It was not a coincidence. You were never lost to me. Even when you wandered through the shadows, when silence wrapped around your heart, I was there, closer than the breath that trembled inside you. You thought it was chance. The moment you found peace for a second, the stranger who smiled at you, the verse that appeared just when your soul was breaking. But it wasn't chance. It was me. You see, my hand does not move randomly. Every path you walked, every delay that made you cry, every door that stayed closed, all of it was written with purpose. You were never forgotten. You were being shaped. I saw you when you prayed and no answer came. I saw you when you questioned if I was still listening. You didn't know, but the silence was sacred. In that silence, I was teaching your heart to hear the unseen. Because real faith is not born when everything makes sense. It is born when everything falls apart, and you still choose to believe. You thought your strength was gone, but I was the one holding you up. Every tear that touched your pillow was counted. Every sleepless night became part of your testimony. And when they turned away, when they spoke against you in the dark, I stood beside you in the light that they could not see. Do not despise your scars. They are not signs of defeat. They are marks of victory. The valley you walked through was never meant to destroy you, but to reveal me. Because the fire you endured did not burn you. It refined you. And the pain that almost broke you became the doorway to a deeper strength. I know it's hard to understand why things happened the way they did. But if you could see what I see, the full story, the unseen mercy behind every moment, you would know none of it was wasted. The betrayal, the loneliness, the waiting, every piece fits into a design greater than your understanding. You didn't miss my plan. You were walking through it step by step, tear by tear. And now, I am bringing you into a new season, not because you earned it, but because you endured. Because even in your weakness, you stayed. You didn't let go. You still whispered my name when your heart was breaking. That whisper reached heaven. So hear me now. It was not a coincidence that you found this message. I wanted you to know that I saw everything. The hidden pain, the silent prayers, the nights when you thought you wouldn't make it. It was not a coincidence. You made it because I carried you, and I will carry you still. The valley is ending, but my presence will remain. For I am the Lord your shepherd, you shall not want. Even though you walked through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. It was love. It was me. Do you remember the night you almost gave up? When you sat alone and whispered, I can't do this anymore. I heard that whisper. I was there, closer than you could imagine. You thought I was silent, but I was speaking through the stillness. I was not absent. I was watching you discover your own strength, the strength that came from me. You didn't realize that every broken piece of your heart was being rearranged into something stronger, something more beautiful than before. You see, I don't waste pain. I turn ashes into beauty. I take the things meant to destroy you and make them the reason you rise. And that's what I've been doing all along. When they rejected you, it wasn't to break you. It was to free you from the approval of those who could never see your true worth. When the door closed, it wasn't punishment. It was protection. When the storm came, it wasn't to drown you. It was to reveal that even the wind and the waves obey my voice. I know the world told you that you were forgotten, unseen, unloved. But I saw you when no one else did. I saw the way you kept showing up, even when your soul was weary. I saw the way you still helped others, even when your own heart was bleeding. That kind of faith moves heaven. I was with you in the hospital room. I was beside you when you stared at the ceiling, trying to understand the pain. I was holding you when you had no strength left to pray. You thought you were alone, but you were being carried. And every prayer you prayed, even the broken ones, reached my heart. I gathered each one like drops of rain, and none of them were lost. The answers didn't always come in the way you expected, but they came in the way that would save you. Sometimes I had to close a door so you wouldn't walk into something that would destroy you. Sometimes I had to let things fall apart so your faith could finally take root in me, and not in the world. Do you understand now? Nothing was random. Every moment had meaning, even the ones that hurt, especially the ones that hurt. Because while you were crying, I was building. While you were waiting, I was aligning. And while you were losing, I was preparing you to receive what only surrender can bring. This is why I needed you to walk through the valley. Because the valley teaches what the mountaintop cannot. It teaches you to see me, not just my blessings, to trust my presence, not just my promises. And now, my beloved, you're standing on the edge of something new. You survived what was meant to end you. You overcame battles that others never even saw. And through it all, you became a vessel, not of perfection, but of grace. The world may still not understand you, but heaven does. Every step you took through pain was a declaration of faith that shook the darkness. Because the enemy didn't fear your success. He feared your endurance. He feared that you would keep believing, and you did. That's why you're still here. That's why I'm speaking to you now. Because what was meant for harm, I have already turned for good. And what you lost, I will restore in my time. Not as it was, but as it was always meant to be. It was not a coincidence. It was the process of redemption. And you were never walking alone. Now breathe. The night is quiet because I am near. You don't need to keep fighting to prove your worth. I already see it. You don't need to replay every moment in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently. It's done. It's forgiven. It's covered by grace. Rest now, my child. Let your heart find peace in the truth that I am in control. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You just have to let go. Slowly, softly, and allow me to hold you. You've carried so much for so long. The weight of expectations, of regrets, of words that wounded you deeply. But you don't have to carry them into tomorrow. Lay them here, at my feet. I will take them from you. Every tear you've shed is sacred to me. I've counted them all. Not one was wasted. They watered the ground where new life will soon grow. The pain that once seemed meaningless has already begun to bloom into purpose. You ask me, when will things finally get better? And I say to you, they already are. Not because the world has changed, but because you are changing. From within, where I live. Every time you chose to love instead of hate, you allowed light to enter the darkness. Every time you forgave, you broke chains that held generations captive. Every time you prayed through the silence, you shook the heavens. So tonight, I want you to rest knowing this. You have not failed me. You have not disappointed me. Even your weakness draws me closer. Because I do not look for perfection. I look for hearts that keep returning. Close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of your breath. That is my gift to you, the breath of life. With every inhale, take in my peace. With every exhale, release the fear. You are safe here. You are home. You are seen. Even in the quiet moments when no one calls your name, you are loved, beyond the limits of what you can comprehend. And you are chosen, not because you are strong, but because I am strong in you. The world may forget, but I never do. I remember the child who once prayed with pure faith. I remember the young heart that dreamed without fear. And I am bringing that heart back to life. Not by returning to the past, but by redeeming your future. You will see beauty rise again. You will laugh again. Not with the laughter that hides pain, but with the joy that comes from freedom. You will find people who reflect my heart back to you, and you will know without doubt that every step led you here, to this peace, to this night, to this truth. So, let the world fade for a while. Let the noise fall silent. You don't have to do anything more tonight. You've done enough. You've believed enough. Now let me be the one to work while you rest. I am guarding your dreams. I am healing what still aches in the unseen parts of your soul. And when morning comes, new mercies will rise with the sun, just as they always have, because I never left you. I never will. Everything that happened, Every delay, every heartbreak, every tear was not a coincidence. It was the gentle unfolding of my plan to bring you here, to peace, to healing, to me. Sleep now, my beloved. You are safe in my arms. And when you wake, you will rise renewed, not by your strength, but by mine. My beloved, do not fear the night, for I am your light. Even when darkness surrounds you and the world feels heavy, my presence is closer than your heartbeat. Every shadow you see, every whisper of doubt, I am there. You may not recognize it yet, but your every step, every choice, every tear has been part of a design written before time began. I know the burdens you carry, and I see the way they weigh on your soul. The moments you tried to be strong when your strength was gone, I lifted you. The nights when you cried alone, thinking no one noticed, I held you in ways that words cannot describe. Even in the silence of the world, my spirit was whispering truth into your heart. You have walked through trials that seemed endless. You have faced betrayal, disappointment, loss, and uncertainty. Yet here you are, still breathing, still believing, still hoping. Do you see now? That resilience, that courage, it was my hand guiding you all along. You were never alone, even when the night felt too dark to endure. The world may measure success by what you achieve or what you acquire, but I measure it by your heart, by the way you respond to trials, by the way you choose to trust me even when everything seems lost. I am shaping you not by the applause of men, but by the quiet work of grace that happens deep within. Do you remember the times you felt broken beyond repair? I do. And in those moments I was not absent. I was planting seeds of hope, watering your faith, preparing you for a harvest that only I could bring. Every tear, every sigh, every prayer that felt unanswered, I have preserved them, turned them into something powerful, something beautiful. There is a rhythm to your life, a sacred unfolding. Do not rush it. Do not compare it to the timelines of others. Every season, every delay, every waiting period has a purpose. It is all my design. I am orchestrating events in ways you cannot yet perceive, weaving together moments that appear random, and yet none of them are wasted. You may wonder why some days are so heavy, why pain lingers longer than you expect. Listen to me. It is in the endurance that faith deepens. It is in the struggle that strength is revealed. It is in the waiting that your heart learns to rely on me alone. Even when the world does not understand you, even when your own spirit doubts, I am with you, guiding, protecting, comforting. You are more than the mistakes you've made. You are more than the scars you bear. You are more than the nights you felt unseen or unheard. You are my beloved, and nothing you have suffered was wasted. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every tear has been folded into a story that I am writing. A story of redemption, purpose, and victory. So tonight, as you prepare to rest, let my words sink into your heart. You are not invisible to me. You are never forgotten. You are safe in my hands. The valley you walked through, the storms you endured, the enemies you faced, they were never the end of your story. They were shaping you for a life that is far greater than you can imagine. Sleep without fear. Close your eyes and breathe in the peace that I give. Release the burdens of the day. Release the anxieties of tomorrow. I am here. I am with you. I am the shepherd who never leaves the sheep behind. And when you wake, you will rise renewed. Not because the world has changed, but because your heart has been transformed. You have endured. You have believed. You have walked faithfully, even when the path was uncertain. And I am proud of you. Remember always, it was not a coincidence. It was my love, my hand, my plan, guiding you through every shadow, every tear, every quiet moment of doubt. Rest now, my beloved, and let the night cradle you in my peace. For I am your God, your Father, your Savior, and you are never alone.